Marquette Devon Burton, the Saint and the Sinner. We got one of the debates of the century, four people at one. And we are going to do the kind thing of letting them introduce themselves, for they know themselves better than I do.
Peace and blessings. I'm Rakim Sekou.
My name is Karina.
Hi, my name is Kenya K. Stevens. This is my husband, my co-wife, and my other husband.
I'm Tiger Millstone.
So we initially invited Kenya on the show because a lot of people are perturbed by the concept of one woman being passed around like a slobbery blunt. They tend to think it's nasty and everybody shouldn't be hitting at the same time. And Rakim, you're the first husband that came into the mix?
That's correct.
Okay. Have you had sex with multiple men in the same day?
Oh my goodness. I think I have. I think I would enjoy that very much. If I haven't, I would like to. I think that for me, sex equals creativity.
And to be blunt, gentlemen, when you're listening to this, do you think, God, that's some bullshit? Or are you like in your head like, yo, this makes sense? Because when I heard that, I was like, this is some bullshit. You know, when we're talking about sex, we're speaking of copulation, intercourse, penis and vagina. We're not speaking of anything involving spaceships and flowers.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how we tend to look at it. I mean, sex for us is not just about penis and vagina. We study Tantra. It's a lot deeper than that for us. But I get exactly where you're coming from, Marquette. I mean...
Right, and the name is Marquette. Now, you all live together in the same house?
We do a lot of traveling and a lot of engagements elsewhere, but this is what we call home as a community. We're all together.
Got you. Now, see, the thing for me, if I was in your home, which obviously I wouldn't be, but if I was a part of this sex swingers cult that you have here, I feel like my nickname in your house would have to be me first. You know, when you're running a train on a chick, nobody wants to go caboose, which is the last guy in, right? So why is it that whereas the majority of the human population finds this to be a vile thing, that you two gentlemen are like, sign me up?
Oh, I would say it's probably because we don't go with the visceral explanation that you gave to it. See, having sex is not disgusting. It's not vile. It's lovely. It's great. It smells good. It feels good. And I don't think there's anyone out there that would disagree with me on that.
That's because you're not addressing the question, brother. Like the challenge here is, I didn't talk about sex being disgusting. You're going off the rails. I said having sex with the same female in the same day, which your wife says, yes, I have been ran through by multiple guys in the same day. I'm saying when you're one of those guys, you don't find that to be nasty to be poking around in the same orifice where another guy's penis previously was and he ejaculated, and now you're poking around in his bodily fluids plus hers. You don't find that to be nasty? That's what I'm asking you.
If you're going through and you're saying that just because it's a bodily fluid, that's what makes it nasty, or is it the concept that you think it's nasty? That to you is nasty.
No, I do not find it nasty to put my penis in the same orifice where another male's penis has been and that male has ejaculated there as well. You don't find that to turn your stomach at all. You're comfortable with that.
I'm comfortable with any man that I know. So if you're trying to say that, you know, we're running this train, because I've not ever been in a train situation with any female. So for this train scenario that you're describing with me, I'm not going to find it nasty because I'm not going to have knowledge of any nasty person being involved with the woman that I was involved with prior to that.
Well, I appreciate your response. That was definitely to the point. I think he's saying your definition is so broad that it is without meaning. My curiosity, and it's going back to something that you had said in our last discussion, was that your start in sexuality. And one of the challenges that I have is that I feel as though you are so sex obsessed and sex centered, and that is a direct result of probably some things that are not good. And my view is that it's coming from trauma. You started your sexual experience at age 8 with a female. School me on that one, because I think a lot of folks, including myself, would find that to be early. And you was taking stiff
women or girls. Not in my view. I feel it's natural to explore sexuality at that age. Every person I've ever coached has done that. I don't know anybody who didn't have
you
those
coaching some special people, because when I was 8 years old, I was trying to learn how to ride a bike. It seemed like you was trying to learn how to ride other things. So like, this is definitely atypical. Is this agreed among your family here that 8 years old is a good time to get started in the porn industry?
I don't think that it's being said that it's a good time. I think that it's being said that it's natural to be curious about your body, about the bodies of others. And that just is when it happened for her.
I find it strange that you all use the term king and queen when in reality, we all know that a king is a singular ruler and the queen is subject to the king. And all within that polity are subject to the king. There's only one king in a nation, whereas you're sitting right next to another guy who's also slaying your woman. And that's not what kings do. So why even adopt this terminology when it's a lie?
Yeah, but I'm the king of what, brother? What are you saying I'm the king of? What are you referring to?
You use the term king.
I'm the king of me. That's what I said. I'm in charge of me.
Oh Lord, this is wild. It seems like we keep redefining words, and that's what's scary to me, is that we can never find truth when it's like there's a clear definition in the dictionary, and then you say, I'm the king of me. You and I both know that to me, you're an ant. To me, you're an ant. You don't have anything on me. I'm the big bad wolf, little buddy. I mean, let's be real here. You are so weak that you have to share a woman who is below average. I am elite. I line my women up and they all are dominated. And you ask them, if all my women are here, you ask them, who's the leader? They say he is.
Yet you have no children.
Don't interrupt. Stay calm.
I'm very calm. You're not presenting anything.
I will yield the floor. You see, when people feel as though some truth is getting out and it's touching their heart, they start to react emotionally. If these are all lies, just wait your turn. You will have a chance to speak. Now, here's the thing. The holy book of Nigalations says you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. This is the exact thing they've done. They've tried to turn a hoe into a housewife. That's 1,000% of what they've done. And we're going to keep on going because we're not done. What's your question? I'd be happy to. What's your question?
I said, where is your substance? Where are your women? Since you're bragging about what you have as a king, can you show us anything? Bank statements, women, anything to show me that you are about that life.
Kids.
If you're going to...
Yeah, let me respond to your question. You just said you are a king. Can you show me something? Bank statements, women, things like this. Here's the difference between you and I. You can Google my name, which is Marquette Devon Burton, and you'll pull up articles from Forbes magazine. You may have heard of this. You'll see video footage of me walking around China with like 10 Chinese people from the government following me and filming. And you can find an article that states Marquette Devon Burton, the next Black Bill Gates. You can Google me and find that I went to universities better than yours, Berkeley and Johns Hopkins, and I promise you my net worth is better than all four of you put together, not only now, but back when I was in my early 20s. Let's not play the penis measuring game, because yours doesn't measure up. And we already knew that off the rip, because you show up here and your wife was out last time begging for the proceeds of the super chats, which are like $5 and $10. And lastly, with regards to women, similarly, you can Google my name and I'm sure you can find a lot of photos of me with women. But let me teach you something that your daddy didn't teach you. I am the shield of my women. My women do not want to be in the public eye. My women are comfortable being in the background, because they are in a support role and they are provided for and cared for and led. You, sir, have your women out in the forefront being embarrassed, being degraded, saying idiotic things to the point where she had to request we take down the previous video. Why? Because she was misrepresented? No, because she misrepresented herself. Because when you come out as a woman going up against a man, you get exposed for what you actually are. And what she actually is not housebroken. She's uncivilized, doesn't know how to communicate, and is none of the things she is claimed to be. And you clearly have given her no leadership. And that's why she embarrassed herself. Huh?
You okay, brother? You seem a little emotional there.
Oh, you know, I love to get passionate when I'm preaching to folks.
Is that what that is, passion?
I love to get
passionate. That
passionate.
sounds like emotion to me, brother.
I love to get passionate. Peace to the saints.
Peace to the saints.